channel. It's Lipsy. We're back with another video. If you are new, welcome to my channel. If you're coming back, thank you so much. It means the absolute world to me. It's your girl, Lipsy, and we're going in with another video of a spooky place. So if you're joining us, we're in the middle of 31 days of Spooktober. Well, I say in the middle, we're on like the third of the third, like the last third. So today's video is going to be on a hospital. So if you're going to go and stay in Cardiff Royal Infirmary, then just don't watch this first because, well, you don't want to know what you're going to hear. It's got a really strange past. It's got a lot of detail in this one, this has. So sit back, make yourself a nice drink, enjoy, and let's get stuck in. So Cardiff Royal Infirmary is actually built on the former Longcross Barracks. The barracks were demolished in 1880 and then the hospital was built on top of that, costing only £23,000. It was originally called Glamorgan and Monmouthshire Infirmary and Dispensary. It was renamed Cardiff Infirmary in 1895. It was then King Edward Hospital in 1911. It was named its name now Cardiff Royal Infirmary in 1923. So in 1999, the A&E that was there was moved to the University Hospital of Wales, and then it just turned the Cardiff Royal Infirmary into like a casual hospital. In 2010, further medical treatment was brought back to the hospital. This included a GP service, sexual health clinic and outpatients, and is planned to have a mental health unit and substance misuse unit as well. It was used in 2005 for Doctor Who. But this hospital has seen a lot more fake ghosts and aliens in its time. The hospital has had 200 years of unexplained hauntings. A security guard that was sat watching the cameras at night experienced a very strange happening. He noticed that just outside of his door was a woman just hanging around there. And he was a little bit confused, but he just ignored it because he thought she might be lost, she might be waiting for somebody. It's a hospital. He then watched her open the door to his office. He saw the door open. He watched her walk in and waited for somebody to walk in, but nobody did. He saw her walk into the office and stand behind him, but there was nobody in the room with him. He watched this happen on camera, but what happened in real life was different to the camera. Now, a gentleman who worked there as a plumber, he said that he saw something that he couldn't explain. He said that he was working on a sink and he was kind of hunched over going through the pipes, and he heard something behind him. He turned around and it was Matron Eileen Reese. Now, he actually knew her already. She was one of the people that had actually signed him to the job. He said she had a grey uniform on, a bonnet. Something was a little bit strange, but I just kind of ignored it. He turned back to his work and then something made him turn again. He wasn't sure what it was, but he ended up turning back and there was nobody behind him. So he kind of palmed it off and thought that she must have had to go really quick. And then the next day when he was down at reception, he said, "Is Eileen here? I need to have a word with her." And they turned around and said, "No, Eileen's off this week." And he said, "But who's the matron then?" And she said, "I'm not sure, but it's not Eileen." And he said, "Well, someone spoke to me yesterday." And the lady turned around and said, "Okay, that wasn't Eileen, but whatever you do, the woman you saw, if you see her again, do not take a drink off her." It's said that anyone who's taken this drink off her has died the following week. Now, there's said to be 3 main ghosts in the corridor that are seen frequently. This is an old lady, a soldier of Mamet's, and then obviously the matron. There's also meant to be some children playing there. Now, as you can imagine, a lot of children pass away in this hospital, so why wouldn't they stay and play? They made friends there, I suppose. They're said to hang out a lot on the stairs, and a lot of people have the back of their ankles pinched as they were walking up them. People feel taps on shoulders, on legs. Like I've said before in these videos, guys, why would a ghost child be any different to a real child? They're not going to change the ways they are they? People are being grabbed, tapped and pushed over, even in this hospital. One security camera actually saw a woman being throttled. So she was sat in a chair and the security guard watched someone walk over and pick her up and throttle her. However, when he phoned the ward and said, "You need to get in quick," they went in and she was sat there fine. There was nobody else in the room with her. In 2000, the pathology ward actually got so bad that they had to have an exorcism take place there. For them to work in pathology and need to get out of the room, they were too scared to go in. Something bad must have happened. But between them, they swore that they would never tell anybody because they thought that everyone would think they were crazy. They must have seen something particularly bad because they all seek therapy afterwards. And they're all still in therapy now, 20 years later. Now, the matron who haunts the hospital was meant to be in a big photo on the wall as you walk in. It was her. It was exactly the same as what that man saw, and it was the same as what everyone else saw. An old-fashioned bonnet, a big long cape, and a white apron. Now, in the photo, it shows this matron taking care of a soldier I've ever met. And a nurse that works there actually said when you walk in, you get this like most glorious feeling because that's our matron. She was our lady in grey. He said that anyone who actually sees her though gets a blessing. So anyone who's ever met her has had something really good happen in their life straight afterwards. And they believe that as long as the infirmary exists, she will be there. It was her hospital. Because of the way she cared, she could never leave. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I love hospital stories, hospitals, asylums, anything like that. There's just something different about them. They're more creepy, I think. Anyway, but I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, leave a thumbs up. If there's anyone you want me to cover, as always, leave them in the comments. If you haven't yet, please go and subscribe to my channel. It means the absolute world to me. And if you do, hit that notification bell just so I can alert you every single time I upload a new video. And remember, guys, never let anyone dull your sparkle.
It's not for me to say.